Time for today's Community Corner. Tickets go on sale next week for the St. Jude Gala. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital's mission goes beyond cancer care, providing both outstanding treatment and supporting entire families each step of the way. I'm joined this morning by Paul Wine, a St. Jude Gala founding committee member and emeritus member of the organization's board, but his journey with St. Jude started years ago as a patient father. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
The St. Jude Gala is going to be such an exciting event for people in the community to get involved in the mission, a mission you've been involved with for so long. Tell me about what started it all for you and your family.
Well, our introduction was 44 years ago. I was like any other parent. I never thought about childhood cancer. That happened to other people. We had what we thought was a healthy 4-month-old child. My wife took my son Jake in for his 4-month checkup. The doctor felt his belly. He said, "There's something wrong here." Sent us into St. Peter's Hospital. The test came back, and then we heard the 4 words that no parent should ever have to hear: your child has cancer. The doctors took 4.5 hours and operated to take this tumor out. It was a neuroblastoma. It had filled up his whole abdominal cavity, was wrapped around all of his organs. And after that, we met with the oncologist who said, "I'm going to administer treatment according to the St. Jude protocol." And I said, "If it was the St. Jude protocol, why don't I just go to St. Jude?" And he said, "Well, if it was my son, I would." 6 days later, we were on a plane down to Memphis and became a permanent part of the St. Jude family.
What about that experience left such an impression on you that you became a member of the board and continue to be part of the fundraising efforts all these years later?
Well, I remember my impression going down there when it was tiny little St. Jude before it became the huge campus it is today. And I saw all these other children who were fighting the fight of their lives, and I was so inspired that I had to do something to give back. So it was an easy call.
So this August, that mission comes to Saratoga National Golf Course. People can attend and help raise money. This event is going to be such a beautiful night. I'll be there emceeing, very graciously offered to me by the folks at St. Jude. So thank you so much for that opportunity. What can myself and those who attend expect at this event?
Well, everybody goes, says it's one of the finest events in the Capital District. We've been doing it for 13 years, and we'd love to have people just come and see what happens. We'll have a parent of a patient come talk to us. You'll see some videos about the hospital. It'll show to the people who are there the importance of donating to St. Jude, because without our donors, there would be no St. Jude.
And the donors not only are supporting the research and supporting the treatment, but also all of the support that goes along with it for the families. They have places to stay. They don't have to worry about accommodations. Why is that part of the cancer journey with children so important for their families?
Well, it's tough enough when you're dealing with the fact that your child may die. You don't need to worry about finances. So we fly the parents in. We provide housing. We provide food. There is no bill for the treatment. If there's insurance, we'll take it. So everything is paid for, which costs a lot of money. Plus we're a research institute, and half of what we do is research trying to find cures to cure all children of cancer.
On the front lines of finding new treatments and finding new ways to help children reach better health in a really tough time in their lives. What's your final message to people who might think that, you know, why support a hospital that's so far away from my home?
Because whatever we do there is shared worldwide. The cures that people undergo at Albany Med for leukemia were developed at St. Jude or Hodgkin's lymphoma. We are the only standalone pediatric oncology and research facility in the world. And the hope for curing childhood cancer emanates from St. Jude. Cancer still remains the leading cause of death by disease in children, and we want to accomplish Danny Thomas's vision that no child should die in the dawn of life, and that will happen at St. Jude, but it can't happen without our donors, because 80% of our funding comes from our donors.
Thank you, Paul, so much for spending time with us this morning. A reminder, those tickets go on sale Monday morning. You can buy them online. We'll have more details for you over the weekend and on Monday when those tickets go on sale. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.